Well, welcome along, everyone. Monday evening again. Don't do that, Paul. I was going to turn this off there. Let's see. No, I want to put that in the background. That's all right. Right. Welcome along, everybody. I don't know what the weather's like where you are, but it is very cold and windy here after Storm Bert hit us at the weekend. We still have a wee bit of wind, but it's very cold. So, enough of the weather forecast. That's not what you're here for tonight. So, I'll bring Doug in and
Hello, boys and
unmute
girls.
him. There he is. There he
How to
is.
do? How to do? Good to see everybody.
My trusty earworm. So, I'll put him back in the background and
Good place.
I'll, uh, I'll try to explain what I'm going to do tonight. All right, guys. Tonight is going to be a bit of turn it and see what it ended up with. Let me see overhead. Of this big piece of beech, it's 6 inches by 7 inches. At first, when I got it from the wood pile this evening, I thought it was sycamore, but it's not. It's a piece of beech. And what I thought of doing with it is it's going to be some sort of a hollow form with providing. It really depends on what way it turns. We might end up texturing it and colouring it. I don't know. We'll have to see what way it ends up. So while I'm starting into this, Doug will do the needful and tell me who's all in this evening.
Very good. Yes, I'll be glad to do that. It is good to see everybody. Paul talking about being a little cold and wet there. It's cold and wet here as well. It's warmer than it has been, but it's not as warm as I like it. So
Uh,
anyway,
gu- guys, hold on a wee bit, Doug. Is that bleaching this out? The light? Is it okay?
you're okay. You're
All
okay.
right. Because it's very bright to me on my screen.
Yeah,
I don't
well,
know.
it's a little light right here toward you, but that's okay.
Let's see. Hold on. Let's see if I
We
can
can
move
see your shape.
a few of the lights here. Uh, if I turn that one off, maybe.
No, okay. Yeah, that's better.
Is that better?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I can still see him, not in the dark. Turning by one light. Right. Okay. So as I said, some sort of a hollow form. This was a big, massive log sitting out in a wood pile, and it was worse. It looks nothing like it looked earlier when I brought it in. I still haven't got a new bandsaw blade for my bandsaw, and I couldn't cut anything, so I had to sort of round it down here and try to get it in some sort of turning uh, position. So, uh, this is going to be the bottom. It's on the wood screw. We're going to give it a bit of shape, and then we'll turn it round. And depend, depending on the finish we get, and if we see any more cracks or anything like that, uh, we might end up colouring it and texturing it. So sorry, Doug, you can carry on now.
Not a problem. Not a problem at all. That's why we're here. Okay, as we start off at the very top of the chat, we see Jennifer's Craft and Creations, and then MB Woodturning. Good to see you there, MB. Chris Charlton is in. Michael McEwen is in.
Just gonna get my face shield on here.
Rolling on down, we got Todd at Glen Cove Woodworks. Tony Smith is in. Albert Dawson is in. Hello, Albert. Matt Ibbotson is in. Clint at Wood Dancers is here. Moving right on down. Haley Wooden Burl is here. Good to see you, Haley. Um,
Oh dear. Well, welcome along, everyone.
Copper Owl Wood Turning is here. And Roger Kent. I think I've got everybody. If I missed you, let me know there on the chat, and I'll be glad to holler your name out. Good to see everybody.
So I'm just removing some timber here to get some sort of a feel for shape.
Let's see. The professor, I missed you. I'm sorry. Glad to have you with us. And did I see? I don't know if I called out Clint at Wood Dancers, but he is in as well. Good to have you, Clint. Didn't mean to miss any of you folks. None of you. I didn't miss any on purpose. Sometimes the chat does weird things to me.
Yeah.
Oh my, I'm seeing an awfully nice shape already there, Paul. Looks good.
That's cutting very well. So we'll see how it is when I get it down to the final shape and then get a final cut on it. If it doesn't cut the mustard, we'll texture it and hide all the tear out. It's very rougher in there.
Vinny
We might get.
Charlton has joined us. Hello, Vinny.
Hi, Vinny. Welcome along. So just testing out a couple of things to see what suits.
So Paul is working on some beech here. I'm working on walnut today. I've got 4 of my 6 bowls that was asked for done. So I've got 2, got 1 on the lathe and another blank laying here to be done. I need to get them both done today. So as soon as Paul's over, I'm getting right back in the shavings. What are you guys working on today? This time of year, I know there's lots of projects being worked on.
Right, so I think that's not too bad of a shape. I'll probably go with that. We'll just try and tidy it up a bit.
Copper Al said he tries to work on walnut every day. Just he's just working today. At the jobby job, huh? Clint's doing some hollow Christmas ornaments. That's cool.
All right, I just
Todd at Glen Cove is working on some gonk ornaments. He said, "Well, watching a live demo at the moment." Good for you, Todd. Good for you. It's hard to turn and watch it live at the same time. Back at the top of the hour, I watched JP doing his weekly premiere, and I virtually had to stop in the middle of what I was doing. But fortunately, I was right at putting my maker's mark on the end, and I do that with a laser now. So once I get it set, I just turn it on and let it run. Matt, doing Christmas trees and snowmen later. That's good for you. Good for you. I need to do some trees. Both my stores are wanting me to work or wanting some trees, and I've got plenty of snowmen out there right now, so I think I'll work on some trees. Roger Kent's working on on a small walnut bowl. Good, good, good.
Yeah, got a few working walnut.
Yeah. And I'm guessing it's several different varieties of walnut. I've got American black walnut that I'm working on. Um, I'm going to guess that's what Clint and Copper are working on, working with.
Right, that's. Yeah, I think the best thing is the texture of this and color. It's not turning very well, but we'll get these couple of flat bits out of it, and we'll take it from there. I'll just get my big scraper over to see if I can get some of this.
Okay. Roger's working on black walnut as well. Vinny's asking what laser I got. I have the Laser Pecker 1, the little small round one. It's doing a fabulous job of what I'm asking it to do. It's got my logo, the wood variety, and the date is what I'm asking it to do on the bottom. And so, yeah, it's working really, really good. Todd said walnut is one of the best smelling woods. They used to get some pretty nasty smelling oak boards. Smelled bad when they were cut. Oak can smell really bad. The oak I've been turning here lately doesn't smell bad at all. It's got a smell, but it's not a offensive smell. The walnut just I don't know how to describe the smell of walnut, but I like it too. It smells really good. Mike Evans has joined us. How you doing, Mike?
Let me just see how we're progressing. Yeah, right, that's okay. A couple of wee ridges there, I can see. I'm just using the rhino scraper to just flatten them out because it really doesn't matter now because I will be doing some sort of texture on this, and
Okay.
I haven't had a chance to do a practice piece today. I was busy with other things, so usually when you're throwing yourself right into it, you don't know what way it's going to work out, but we'll find out together.
Oh, Vinny's looking at buying a laser pecker. Sure. Absolutely. They're nice little machines. They're not going to do some of the stuff that the big the lasers that come on the bed and do the X and Y. Laser pecker's not going to do all that, but the bigger models are starting to get toward that. In fact, they've got a portable one that I think has an X and Y axis. This is the first one, the LP1. And if you watch Zombie Woodturner, he uses one and has it in a cup that he sticks in the quill of his tailstock. I have copied that idea, and it works great. Works great.
Right, here's how we duke at this. I don't know where to keep this in this shape or bring it straight up, but I'm going to turn it around and put it in a chuck and see what it looks like from the other end.
I kind of like what you got there, but yeah, definitely you can always take it away later. So
Yep. Ah, come on. That's that. So I hope everybody's getting ready for the big day coming around soon. Don't mention it, you know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm still turning stuff for the stores. I've got a project in mind for my son. Um, our family draws names, and I drew my son's name for this year. I've got a project in mind, but um, I need there's some critical measurements I need, and nobody seems to have those. So I got to do some research.
Just need to chew that up again. For some reason, it's just a wee bit out of balance.
Did you put that on a tenon?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. I wasn't paying attention.
It's getting there now. Seems to be still a wee bit bouncing up here. Okay.
Raymond Wise has joined us. How you doing, Ray? Good to see you.
That's not too bad, that. That's how we juke now and see what it's like. Yeah. Definitely has a texture piece. Loads and loads of. I don't think it's territe. It's more the way the wood is. So that'll just want to tidy the face of this up, and we'll do a bit of texturing to the outside of that. There's a big straw mark. I need to take out the top of this.
Johnny Foster has joined us. How you doing, Johnny? Here till break is over, he says. Well, we're glad for every second you give us. Appreciate you coming by.
Let's see what that front's like. Yeah, nice bit of feature there. Pity it wasn't more of it in the rest of the piece. It's very bland looking, but I'm going to add some color to it. So Okay, so we'll bring this machine of dependent doom over to see what we can get up to. So I'm going to use the wee Proxon with the wee cutter, this wee fellow, which you can no longer get. I don't know why they took it off the market. But anyway, we'll lock this up, the spindle, and do some damage to this. It doesn't fit in there. I can't remember what one it was. Oh, there's the right pin for it. Right, okay. Right, get this wee fella. And random as you can be.
Jennifer has rightly reminded everyone, hit that thumbs up button. I'd go one step further, and after the demo is over and it has been shut down, go out and then come back to it, come back to the video, and put a comment in the comment section. And that will make a huge difference. It's amazing what that does when people will come back and put a comment in. Johnny's asked the question, is this something that you saw before, or is it your own idea?
It's my own idea.
Yeah.
And just where the piece of wood is, it wasn't cutting very well, so I decided the texture, if it had it tidied up very better than what it did, I would have just went with the plain finish and sanded it. But
Then after texturing, there's so many options for you as far as how you finish it out. I've seen a number of folks recently who have simply left things. They've textured it and just simply left it like that. Put a clear finish over the top, and it looks wonderful. Or you can do all kinds of other things. You can put a color on it, fill those grooves up with a color, and then sand off all the flat area. That's kind of neat looking. Just lots of options.
just going back over and picking out the large pieces of mist just to get them some sort of mark on them. Okay, I think that'll do. Oh, find the wrong plug out, Paul. That was good. Right. So I'm just going to give that a light sand. Take all the discrepancies off. That's not good enough. The sandpaper's got to. Right. So this is about 800 or 480. I can take that thing off now. Okay.
Do like the shape you got there.
So I'm just going to put a wee bit of a clean edge towards the top and bottom with a spindle gouge. And that's probably enough. Let's see if I got all the marks out, but yeah, there's one there. A wee bit yet. So I'm just making this up as I go along, guys. Let's see what that's like. It just gives it a wee separation from the texture bit to the top.
Yes.
And that looks all right. And the same for the bottom. Just see what that's like. Right, it's flat, but there's tool marker I just need to get rid of. And I'll just give those two bits a bit of sanding. Okay, so I'm going. That'll do because I'm going to sand this after I paint it. So we're going to paint it black, guys. In case you're wondering what color I'm going to do it.
Okay. All right. This is looking like something I'm going to have to copy. This
So
is
this
looking
is
good. I like it.
black gesso, acrylic medium. It's good for coloring stuff, especially if you want a black. This is being bold with your colors. I have another color for the inside of this.
Okay. All right.
I've chosen 3 colors, but I'm only going to pick one. It's what one's the boldest, I think, but I'll not tell you yet what it is. But just make sure you get it well into the crevices. This dries great and quick. This gesso, it's not like if you're using ordinary spray-on paint or ebonizing lacquer, you can use it, but I found it's too dear. It's use it once or twice, and that's a can finished, you know. So this is cheaper, and it goes a long way.
There you go. Johnny Foster's had to leave. He said he'll finish watching later.
Okay,
So Johnny,
Johnny.
if you're still here, Johnny, I hope you have a great afternoon. Keep the bosses happy.
Oh, I thought I turned that phone off. Excuse me, guys. They see what.
Karsten Pedersen is in. Hello, Karsten. Glad to have you along.
Right. That's a phone muted. Okay. Oh, welcome along, Karsten. As you can see, we're painting, doing a bit of painting, but black here tonight. And This is a piece of beech that we've textured. Now we're putting some paint on it, and we're going to do something else to it as well. So we're just getting it all around where I want to go. And while that's drying, I can take the inside out, because I'm going to have to sand a wee bit of this back and then give it another coat to get the true depth of colour, in case any bits have missed. So I'll always give it a second coat. And that gesso gives it a sort of a rough texture anyway. It's not very, it's not like paint and you put it on, it dries and it's nice and flat. This sort of like a texture on its own, you know, if you understand.
Yeah. There's not a lot of flow to gesso.
No. That's why it's good for covering things up. If you find you have a piece of wood that's not behaving itself and not cutting very well, and it's hard to get a finish on.
Well, in case anybody doesn't know, I think everybody probably does, but in case you don't, gesso is what artists will put down as a base coat on their canvases before they start to paint. Part of the reason is it fills some of those gaps in that canvas, gives it a smoother texture.
Right. Well, let that cook there for a wee while, and we'll start and take the inside of this out. I've been thinking about this. What way am I going to do this? Change the camera. So I'll take a wee bit of this out with a tool, and then we'll get a Forstner bit and drill down into this. I don't want to take it. I want to leave some sort of a rim here. So we'll see. We'll see what we can do with it. I still haven't made up my mind what I'm going to do with it.
Todd has asked why, excuse me, Todd has asked why an artist would use black gesso. It seems like white would be used. They use both. Yes, most of the canvases are coated with white gesso, but every once in a while they want to start with a dark background, and so they'll use black. There are other colors of gesso, blue, red, so whatever they want as their kind of their base color to build on. If they're doing a night scene, most of the time they're going to start with black. If it's a daytime scene, they'll probably start with white. So, yes, good question there, Todd.
Right. Just want to get the Forstner bit in that and get me to my depth.
Some of you may remember back in the 70s, it was popular to have paintings that were painted on black velvet. Same idea. It gives you that dark background and your colors stand out very vividly on top of that. So you paint in your highlights, you don't paint in your shadows so much. So interesting concept.
As you can probably tell, that the wood and the Forstner bit don't like each other. They're making a bit of a racket.
Well, you're drilling into ingrain, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a little tougher.
So we'll just remove that and make a bit more room to get the Forstner bit in a bit deeper. I'll just use the bowl guide and widen the opening a wee bit so we can get the head of the chuck in.
Hmm.
Right, we'll go a wee bit deeper with the Forstner. And this is a good way of removing timber from the middle. It saves you all that aggravation of, I need to turn that off. The chuck has come out of, that's why I always hold on to that, because there's a risk of it lodging like that. And then next thing, that's wobbling around and it'll come out and probably hit you up the face. So just watch for that. I think I went a wee bit too much deep with before cleaning the shavings out, so that's a wee thing to watch out for.
Mike at Dances with Aardvarks just came in. He said he's late because he got no notification.
Oh dear.
That does happen every once in a while, Mike. YouTube sends them out, but every once in a while somebody gets missed.
So we'll just make our opening a wee bit bigger. I think we're as far as we can go with that. We'll just check our depth.
Oh,
And see where
Carson, you
we
didn't get
are.
a notice either, huh?
Oh, gonna watch up with YouTube lately.
Yeah,
So
I got
we're
one this time, so
so we're just in 4 inches there, and we're sort of where there. So I'd like to get it down another inch or so. So we'll remove more timber from the top of this. And I'm just going to take that out of the tailstock before I hit my elbow on it. Oh. It's not nice when you hit your elbow on the pointy thing. Right, okay. So we'll change back the camera for you. And we'll bring that over a wee bit. There we are. So I'm just using the gouge as a back hollow on. Just to remove timber. Oh, tailstock moved on me.
Todd, that's just what we were just talking about. Every once in a while, YouTube kind of falls down on the job and doesn't send the notices out. It's happened to me several times, but yeah. I do too usually, Todd. Most every time I get a 30-minute notice and then going live notice. Every once in a while, they just it just doesn't the system doesn't get it up there.
But they're very quick to tell you've copyright or something going on.
Oh, definitely. And then don't explain it really. They ding.
I know somebody that was editing his thing, and he was doing a voiceover, and it picked up the ice cream van outside.
Oh
And
my
it's on.
goodness.
They're going to do it for copyright for an ice cream van.
Right. I I did a what was it? I think it was a series of pictures that I was doing as a short and used music off of the system. So all that should be fine. And they dinged me on that. I can't even find the thing so I could redo it. It's because they just dropped it. Um, told me I had a copyright infraction and that was being pulled down. I don't mind it being pulled down, but I want to know why it's a copyright infraction when it's their music.
Yeah, because they give you a list of certain
Yeah,
stuff, and then
absolutely. Stuff that is okay on YouTube, and yet I got dinged on it. So their AI system is not perfect. They work on it all the time, but it's not perfect.
oh, got a wee bit of a catch there. I just want to tidy this up. Spindle gauge. An R catch. I think that's what it is. I have the lathe on its lowest belt, and I'm trying to take too much of a cut, and it's catching on me.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Michael McEwen said spittoon or chamber pot. Yeah,
No.
it's too tall for a spittoon, more like a chamber pot. But yeah, this is gonna be too nice to use as a chamber pot for sure.
Right. We'll get it back in with a Forstner bit. Take it down a wee bit more down to the bottom of that. What's wrong there? Doesn't seem to want to drill. I don't know what's going on. Let's see. Looks all right to me. I'll try it again. That's a bit better. I don't know what was going on there, but it wouldn't. It wasn't cutting for some reason. And just retract that. Clear out the shavings. We'll just see how far that's down there. So that's 5 inches. 5 inches from the top is right where I want to be, sort of. Give me a wee bit of room to tidy up the bottom. So there's plenty of timber there for the bottom. So I'm happy enough with that. So we're not doing any more drilling. So we'll take that out of the tailstock. Put it away. Right. That's that.
Wayne the Woodturner has joined us. How you doing, Wayne? The
Hi,
wizard.
Wayne. Right. I think I'm going to change over to my wee bandy. Nope. To the rest. Get in a bit further there. If you could see me now, I'm on my knees at the other side of the shed looking for these. I think that one would do. Oh. Oh dear. So I had a friend make me these here. He was handy with a welder and he had some bar, so I was able to get a couple of different ends on them. This wee small end, but gives you that wee bit of extra support as you're going in. Make sure it's tight. Because if you had your straight bar, you'd be out here somewhere, you know. So, and this'll help.
Mark Soleil was talking about tool rest in your hollow forms and those kinds of things. And he suggests getting one of those big flat box rests and stick that down in your hollow forms. You can stick those most of the way down in there. That gives you a lot of extra support as you're trying to get those shavings out.
Yeah. Let's see, get this out that way. A little bit further.
Yeah. Wayne just said the box rest is a bonus for hollowing, and he's right. It really is.
Yeah, that's good. That's me down to the bottom of the portion of that hole. So now we can start to tidy that up. And take a wee bit more off the side walls. There's still quite a bit of timber on there, but oh, wrong tool. Let's see. Where's my carbide? Maybe better. That's better.
Few of these fine folks came in a little late and may be wondering this is a piece of beech, some spalted beech that Paul found in his stack.
And it turned out not to be the greatest piece of beech, so we decided to texture and color it, or ebonize it, as some people would say. And we're going to give it another coat when that's dry. It's drying quite well, actually.
Ebonizing's the $10 word, where a $5 or 5-cent word would do it, wouldn't it?
It sounds better,
Yeah,
ebonizing.
it's posher, as you would
We're
say.
just going to paint it black. Yeah, paint it black will do.
There you go. Paint it black, covered up.
All right, let's see if we can get our wee standard hollow cleaned up. So, in case you haven't noticed, I don't really know what I'm making. It's just turn it and see what you can get out of it. We're wanted to be doing a wee bit more colouring to the inside of this too. I'm trying to get the best surface I can get because I don't fancy putting my hand in there to sand it too much. Those wee carbides are great on the end grain, so they are.
They sure are.
Friend of mine, Brendan, he, member of my club, he gave me this tool. He says, "You're gonna have that, Paul. I can't be used to it. It's too aggressive."
Turn it up to about a 45, and it cuts just as sweet as honey.
Yeah, that's just a wee carbide tip on that. But it does cut the see end grain. No problem.
Wayne says he's got a new computer arriving in a couple of days. Just has to sort out the internet and the heating now. Sounds like a great thing. I am glad to hear it, Wayne.
Oh. Just give that a clean out and see where we are here. All right, it's pretty well where I want to be with it. There's still that wee. There's always that wee fella at the bottom of in the middle. No matter what you do, it always seems to be there. And
either a pimple or a dimple.
Yep. It's just that the weed is not spinning as fast as the rest of it when you get to that point, and it sort of leaves that wee bit. Let's need to raise this a wee bit. See if I can get that, because I couldn't get. That's better. Let's see if that.
Wayne, is that the computer that you mentioned that Terry had?
That's better. I can see what I'm doing now. That's why it's not cutting. I had the whole thing turned over like that.
That might make a difference.
I've got a good excuse. I couldn't see in the dark. That's it. Nah, you. That looked, or that seemed to be a better cut. Yeah, that's a whole lot better. Yeah, that's nice. Just need to tidy this disaster area up. Right. Okay. Let's see if I can get. I'll just switch back to spindle gauge. Coming just out of the top of that. Let's.
MB, you may want to check with your insurance, your house insurance company. Here in the States, they're kind of picky. If you have a wood shop, about what kind of heat you have in the shop area. I would imagine they are over there as well.
Too high. That's what's wrong.
I made that statement once before, and somebody really questioned me on that. And and my feeling is we don't have a lot of risk. We can if we're not paying attention, but typically we don't have a lot of risk in our shops with fire. But then you see, um, well, some of the folks who have had fires here recently. There've been 2 or 3 fires in the last couple of years. I can't think of people's names right this second for some reason. But anyway, it does happen, and so we have to be careful. For me, my shop is in the basement of my house. In fact, it's directly underneath my bedroom, and so I don't do a lot of things that could cause a fire. Of course, I don't have to worry about heat or air conditioning either.
think there's still a wee marker where I've got a cat. There's it there, just right on the end. So a wee bit short.
Yeah, Carson, it would. That would certainly be more literal meaning of setting the bedroom on fire. You're exactly right.
Right. I think I got it all. Just needs that tidied up. Okay. And this one goes around. Okay. Look at our scraper and see if I can do a bit of tidying up to that in the inside, if I can find it. I know I had it earlier. What did I do with it? Do 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 do. The pixie's been at it again, stealing my tools. There's it there. Found it. It was hiding down the side of the cupboard here. So raise the tool rest about center. Just trying to get a better finish as it comes up. And let's see what that's like. That's not bad. I'm happy with that. As I said, we're going to paint this so inside as well. It's not the greatest piece of timber, so just wanted to tidy that end up. Well, we'll give it a wee bit of sand in. And we got our stick with our Velcro on it. You don't want to be putting your fingers anywhere near that. So
JP Woodwork has joined us. Hello, JP.
Welcome along.
Lovely platter you showed us earlier. Yeah, you lose it down in there. The only thing you can do is turn it off, and
Yeah.
you can't get it
And
out while it's spinning.
I was going shallow not.
Well, you can't. There's no way to grab it.
Looking for my drill now. Where does the drill?
It's right there.
No, it's not right there because
Oh,
it's
it's over
not where
there.
it's not where I put it.
Oh, I bet it is.
If I just sitting looking at me going, ha, I'm in front of you.
Right, right.
Where the heck is it? Oh, there's it there. It was
Told you.
it was sitting in front of me.
Yeah, yeah.
But it always is the same way. And you go to look at something and look for it, and you can't find it. Uh,
JP says he rearranged his workshop. And now his laptop bench is only 2 feet high, and he's not AGK. So now it's no good as a standing bench. I understand. Could
right.
send it over to AGK, let him stand on it.
Turn that racket off. And we'll give us a wee taste of sand sealer in the side. Because again, I don't fancy putting my hand in there with a piece of kitchen towel to put that on. So this is the next best thing. Just give that a good coat. Cause right, okay. We can now look at the outside again to see if it needs another coat or not. Sorry.
So did did the inside tear out as bad as the outside did?
No, the inside, I'm just looking at it and thinking to myself, I'll just maybe leave the inside because it came up nice.
Okay.
So it did. Maybe shame to paint that. Right, what can we do with this? We'll just give it a quick going over with a wee brush here, just to take any. Where's the one I use? There. So just knock any dust that's sitting on top of that. Just use a wee bristle brush. Turn that speed down.
Has that brush got any abrasive on it, or is it just a
No,
brush?
it's just a brush.
Okay.
No abrasive. I'll clean that up. Not too bad. Right, I think we'll just go with the color on that. We're not going to paint it again. I think it's okay. Now, colors. Let's see. I was going to go with the Joe Sonia's, but I've changed my mind. I'll go with acrylics here. I've got some acrylics, and I've got a gold metallic, and we'll do a bit of dabbing. Taking one out of Stuart Farini's book. Stuart, if you're watching, sorry if it goes wrong, mate. I'm trying. We had him over at also Woodturning there last month, and he's very good. So he was. So that's just a bog standard acrylic paint. So we're just going to spray a bit of that. And we're going to scrunch a wee bit of paper up and do a bit of dabbing the wee heat on it. And hopefully it'll work out. I might even change that to a bit of bubble wrap. I was just looking to see if I had any in the shade, but I have. So, right. We've got our weapon of choice. So that's my. I'll go overhead. This is my paint palette. So. And these go a long way, so there's no need to put as much paint in the palette that I done, because you're only going to waste it.
Yeah, I've been amazed every time I've used the stuff. It really does spread well.
And as Stuart says, there's more than one way of applying paint. It's just getting the right amount and texture, and have a wee play with it.
Yeah.
And if you don't like it, you can take it off. So that's far too much paint in that. So we'll go with what's this? Turquoise. We only need a wee drop of that. And that'll probably be enough. Let's see if we can get a clean bit of dabbing. And all I'm trying to do is give it a wee bit of texture and color to it. Just want a wee bit heavy there. I'll have to dab over that again with something else. Right, what else? What our color have a that'll stand out? A wee bit of white. Wee bit of white. We're just going for as many colors we can get on it without overpowering it. Just get another bit of bubble wrap. I think I'll go to where are we more? We taste the gold again. I think it needs something else. We have orange or red. What do you think? Maybe go with red, seeing it's a black background.
I was going to say, Stuart would probably suggest red. That bubble wrap really adds a whole nother texture, doesn't it?
Yep. The thing is, just to dab it, you don't want to put too much pressure on it.
Right.
Right. Where's the gold again? And just go back on that again. There's a couple of wee spots there I think could do a bit. It certainly is colourful.
That it is. That it is.
Right. I think that's enough of that. put that over out of the way. And while that's drying there, I will put a coat of wax into that inside. And then we'll give it a coat of lacquer.
Michael McEwen says, more gold. Yes, he wants more gold with just a wee bit of red. Michael, you're too much. Too much.
Right. That's that well text put it inside. Just looking at the rimmer, just it was the colors. I didn't want any color on it. Let's see if I can fix it. Wouldn't you know, I got paint on the other side.
Yep.
It should rub off because it's waxed. So this will probably need about 4 or 5 coats of lacquer to make that stand out better. As I say, there wasn't much more I could do with the outside of this because it was very sort of pulpy and it didn't want to. Tools didn't want to cut it. I did try to get but it's turned all right on the inside. So.
This angle right here, that really looks flowery.
It will appeal to somebody.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And there's a lot
I
of
think
people
you've
who
got
won't like it, but there will be somebody out there will appreciate it for what it is.
absolutely. Um,
Sometimes we're our own worst critics when
yes.
we do something, and you say to yourself, "I'll never sell that," or "It's terrible looking," But it's what our people see in it. It's not
Mm-hmm.
always
Mm-hmm.
you. You always give people an option to pick it up and have a look at it, and if they like it, they'll take it. You know.
Absolutely. And I think you've made a good choice there painting that rim like that. Then you can come back after that dries and sand that top edge off and
Yeah, and
give
tidy it
yourself
up.
a nice sharp line.
Yeah.
While let's see, Michael said, when the wife and I went to Vegas in September, the pot of gold slot machines were very good to me. Unfortunately, all the other slots were not. Yeah, that makes sense. That's the way it usually works. If you don't mind,
Well,
I'm going to go ahead and drop my link in for tomorrow.
usually when you're ahead, you should quit.
Yes, yes.
You don't have to play it back all in. Right, that'll do. I'll just try and get that. Give that a wee wipe with a wee bit of damp stuff to just take a wee bit off it. Where's my spray gun? I think I got it all off. Let's see now. Yeah, well, came up. But I can always give that an RV rub tomorrow
Mm-hmm.
and give it an
Absolutely.
R coat. I want to give it a wee coat of lacquer to just see what the effect it has on it. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I just noticed there's a wee bit down here and I need to touch up the more, but I can do that tomorrow. And if I like where it's going, I'll just keep it going and finish it. But that's a good coat of lacquer on that, so and let me get another wee bit of gold on it even before I put the finish coats on. But that'll let's see what that's like. It's hard to see on the light.
I like it.
I'm just going to take it off with a chuck. I was going to take it out of the chuck, but I'm not going to bar it because I want to finish the bottom of it and do a wee bit of touching up to the outside. I just want to take it off to see what it's like up the right way. Oh, no. Tailstock. Let's see. Push that camera back. So, had the cameras
Very nice.
good with a zoom on that, so it would have looked all quite compact with the colors on it, but it looks better from a distance. Maybe 6 miles. But
I
that's
like it. I
so we
like
just left the inside natural because it sounded up okay, and we just threw a bit of color at it on the outside to see what we could do with that, guys. So I will do a wee bit of work to that tomorrow and see if we can tidy up those wee bits there again, blacken that again, and just clean up the bottom, take the foot off. So that's all you have for me tonight.
Very good.
I'll just bring that camera back in, and I'm over here somewhere. There. So I'm a wee bit hot and bothered now. My heating's going lovely in the background, but it's too warm now.
There you go.
So it does appeal. I think more lacquer on it will help it
Oh
uh,
yeah, yeah.
bring colours
Really,
out.
your texture gives it the idea of stems and leaves in there,
Yeah,
and then your colors lend to being flowers. I think it's marvelous. Just a great
yeah.
job.
I think it's just the right amount of colour. Maybe too much red. Maybe a wee bit more gold in that. A wee bit of turquoise. Anyway, no, you never know what tomorrow brings, Doug. I'll just
Fire
bring you
pit.
back. Just bring you in, and we'll say good night, and I'll let you go back to your turning your. Many of you
Turn
to
my.
turn? Two more.
I've got two. Yes, two more. I think.
Well,
I
guys,
believe it is. I got walnut bowls. Got to get done.
thanks very much for dropping in this evening, and it was just a bit of fun playing around with colour. As Stuart says, just have a go at it, and if you don't like it, you can always turn it off. Yeah,
That's
there's
right.
plenty of timber still there to turn that off and do another bit of experimenting with it. You get a wee bit of timber like that there. It's not going to be the best piece of turning for doing anything with, but it lets you uh, play with it and see what you can achieve. And maybe it might work, it might not work, but that's what it's all about. Have a go.
Sure.
All right, guys. I will
All
say
right.
cheerio and good night, and have a good week.
Cheerio,
And
folks.
I'll go over here and press the button.
If
'Cause,
you have the time, love to have you tomorrow.
okay, guys, all the best. Bye.
Bye.
It'll probably go off with